All right, so listen, I hear there's some news about Tiffany Haddish. Did you want to talk to me about what's going on with Tiffany?
I wasn't going to, but sure, I'm bring up Tiffany.
Well, why not? Well, what you want to bring up? What you want to talk about?
No. We can stay right there. So, interesting enough, though, I thought this was actually funny, real funny, what Tiffany did. So there's a lot of conversation, a lot of laughs being had. So we've all experienced this, those of us kind of in the public space, us and others, where I guess the internet can be mean. These social media platforms, people go out there.
Oh, sure.
They start to say tons of things. Personally, doesn't bother me because a lot of it I don't read anyway. Right. What I'd say is just spell my name right. Won't put a hashtag on it, right? Because we can. I like the aggregating.
Yeah.
But so what Tiffany did, she did something a little bit different. She actually hired a firm, hired people, used those background check applications, and actually found some of the people who trolled her and stepped to them, which is absolutely hilarious. So she talked about her experience and what happened and all the stuff that and everything that happened around that. So interesting enough, she said a lot of it, this is note to self, a lot of what she found, according to Tiffany, about 75% of it were bots, robots, were not even real. The other 25% of people that she went to, a lot of them was so damn starstruck, right, that I think they missed the moment, right? So she stepped to them like, what's up now? And it was like, oh my God, it's really Tiffany. Right. And she was not kiki cackling with them, and they were just still kind of starstruck. So I think it was just kind of hilarious. And so it made me think, would you go take the lengths, do the steps that Tiffany did for people that trolled you online?
I got no time for that. And I wouldn't think that Tiffany has time for that either. I think she has too much time on her hands. And listen, in all honesty, I'm not the biggest fan of hers anyway, right? But I have other things to do. I got money to make. I have business things to do. I've got family. I've got friends. I've got my career. I'm sure she should be taping a movie. She should be doing some. I don't know. She should be doing something. But I'm not gonna give that power to these people that's trolling me. You're giving them power, right? Like, and why are you gonna do that, right? Like, that's bringing joy to some of them. Like you said, some of them are like happy, like, oh my God, Tiffany Haddish, like, really, like, I think to me it's just petty.
Right.
It's just really petty, and it just doesn't make sense to me personally.
Yeah. So a little bit more of the backstory. So most of the trolling, the real hurtful stuff, came about after she was accused of kind of when she was involved in those videotapes with the kids, and they were prepping children for what they thought was sexually suggestive material. So
wait, they was pressing.
Tiffany was in a video with damn.
Oh, that comedian.
Yeah.
I interviewed him. Right. Yeah, but that blew away for a while.
Well, she was saying that's where a lot of the real hate came from, and so now dating back from that. Well, the problem though is people don't come back and correct that, right? So no charges came, and then it was also kind of reported on and proven that didn't do anything wrong. It was a little cringeworthy.
It was distasteful. It was horrible.
Cringeworthy.
Did you see that video?
Yeah, I was saying it was
horrific.
Cringeworthy when you saw it.
Yeah.
But beyond that, right, there was no real foul play. So I guess in Tiffany's mind, no one comes back and say, hey, you know what, I was wrong. So that was part of that, though.
You know why I wasn't a fan of hers? You know why?
Why? You're not a fan of Tiff, though?
No, don't like her.
Interesting.
And I don't like her because of this one story that she just happily told to the world, which I would have kept that to myself.
And what story is that?
I guess she was going through some issues with her man, right?
Okay.
Apparently he made her mad about something.
Okay.
And he maybe cheated. I don't know. Maybe did. So I guess one morning they woke up and she knew he was getting ready to go to the gym. And while he was sleeping, right? She knew he was going to go to the gym while he was sleeping. She kindly took his brand new Jordans and went to the bathroom and did her business inside his brand new Air Jordans just for him to wake up in the morning and stick his foot into her shit. How disgusting is that? That is like, what are you, an animal? Like, that's an animalistic thing to do to your man, to do to anyone. That's disgusting.
She told that story?
She did.
Wow.
She literally told that story, and she's proud of it.
Yeah.
Because maybe her man cheated, whatever, so she felt that was just due. Come on.
Yeah.
Like, for real?
Right.
Like, what would you do? Well, you're a good man. I know you don't cheat. But let's just say you did. What would you do if one of your ex-girlfriends did something like that Tiffany did to her ex-man? What would you do?
I'd fire her for sure.
Even if you cheated?
Yeah.
You were wrong first.
Doesn't matter.
It does matter. In their eyes, it does.
But you ask me. When
True.
When you interview Tiffany, you can ask her.
Okay,
but you
okay.
Me,
I don't want to interview her.
When you ask me, yeah, no, you got to go.
Yeah.
She would be fired behind something like that. I unlike you,
yeah.
I like Tiffany.
Mm-hmm. Why?
Right?
Why do you like her?
I think I find her entertaining.
You think she's funny?
No, I was gonna say I don't think she's as funny doing stand up, but sometimes I see her in movies. She's entertaining. Right, like it doesn't necessarily have to.
The best thing I've seen her was Girls Trip. I don't think she's funny at all.
That's fine. I don't think that's disparaging to say the funniest thing you've seen her in is Girls Trip. I mean, she was hilarious in that movie. It was even though she had done some television, some other, that was really like a coming out role for her, and she did a great job with that. Like she seems interesting, entertaining. There's a little bit of sexiness to her about it, like
right.
with her. She's got this vibe that some women have where you just kind of feel like generally almost every guy feels like they can get it, right. even if they can't, right? Like she kind of exudes that a little bit. I don't know, that's kind of different.
You think so? Every guy feels like he can get it.
Yeah. I think some women kind of have that kind of sex appeal about them, right? Doesn't mean that they're sleeping with guys like that.
You think she's sexy?
Yeah, I think there is a sexiness to her.
After you heard that story, but
shitting
doing
in the
business,
shoe?
yeah, would you talk to her today if you had the chance?
Well, yeah, I ain't gonna worry about shitting in my shoes, shitting in my Jordans.
I don't even want that vision in my head.
Listen, I mean, it is what it is. I hear you, man.
Yeah,
but to ask me would I not mess with her or anyone because they shitted in a shoe after somebody cheated on them?
That wouldn't stay in here in your mind?
Listen, would I be looking in my shoe?
Yeah, would you would be?
Yeah, I mean, like I might, but I'm not much of a. I shouldn't say much. I'm not a cheater, right? But I'm not a cheater, so from that standpoint, maybe it just doesn't. I don't think about it from that standpoint. Now, mind you, if not cheating, then maybe it's something else. If it's not shit in your shoe, maybe it's something else. I get that, but overall, would that be a non-starter for me?
Right.
With Tiff?
Yeah.
Nah.
Wait a minute.
Nah.
So, do you think she was right for trolling these people? Do you think that was...
I don't have a problem with it. I
don't
have a problem with that. Listen, if someone says something to you, you want to say something back to them, go ahead. There's stories with Dante Wilder doing it. He jumped on a plane because somebody said something real reckless about his daughter. He's got a disabled daughter. Marcellus Wiley talked about the time that he had stepped to someone again. So there is history of this where folks have stepped to folks and made people like, oh, like, whoa, right? I think in Tiffany's case, I think it was over the phone, at least from the reports and things that I heard, where she kind of, I don't know if she actually went to anyone face to face. Dante Wilder showing up at your front door,
right?
It's going to
a little more intimidating.
Yeah, it's got to be, right? How can it not be? I got to make a business decision on this one. Marcellus Wiley did the same thing,
right?
But I don't have an issue with it.
What if they can file like harassment charges? Maybe they might feel that she's harassing them.
Yeah,
and that's a legal case that she's gonna have to face, which she probably doesn't care because she's facing big legal cases in the past before.
Yeah, all of that, man. Everything that you mentioned is a possibility, but Yeah, I guess you can apply that to just about any of it and all of it, but I don't think you're thinking about it at that moment, right? It's cause and effect. You said something, therefore you get something. I think that's where there's a bit of a code to that. Right?
But what if maybe they were her fans, right? And they was going out there and they were buying her movie tickets, and now all of a sudden she might be messing up her money. Be like, oh, she's coming at me right now? Oh, I thought she was cool. Just because I did something wrong don't mean that I want her coming at me. That might mess up her money.
Yeah.
And her money was messed up for a long time behind that situation with them kids.
Yeah, but I would imagine someone thinking, if this person is saying the things that they're saying, then they're not a fan. If a celebrity thought that, they would probably be in a safe place to be able to think that, right? This is probably not a fan of mine if they're saying this kind of stuff to me. So who cares?
And I will say this, Tiff, if it really bothered you and it really ruffled your feathers and it made you upset, that's a good thing, right? Go after people who did wrong upon you. If that's what you felt, I really don't got a problem with it. I just feel like she had better things to do with her time. That's all I'm trying to say.
Well, maybe she didn't, or maybe she believes that was worth her time. She did it. Yeah. She hired, I think she hired a company that does like this kind of like not a PI, but they kind of did work like that. She used those applications. She was able to find out information, use those background applications, to find out some background information. So she really went all in, right? To find out who these folks were. So I guess it was important to her. So yeah, she seems satisfied about it. She's waving the flag. She appears, I figured you'd like her. She sounds like she's on some honest stuff, right? Even if it might be a little embarrassing to her, which I know you're a fan of, being honest and truthful and everything.
I think we all are, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I disagree with that, but yeah, I think she's yeah. So okay. I thought that'd be.
I don't think any man wants to be lied to by a woman. I don't think.
Oh, I thought you were saying.
The honesty thing.
That everyone's honest.
Oh no! I'm talking about like every man wants an honest woman. No. You might be right. I'm just saying, maybe it's just me. Maybe just me, y'all. Maybe it's just me. But I want an honest woman. You hear that, ladies? I want an honest woman. I don't know about KO.
Yeah, no.
Because he's like,
no. I want an honest woman.
Do you really?
I guess. You being
honest?
I guess my part. I guess.
I really don't.
I guess my what I thought about was, you and I both know that there are some of these men who'd rather not know, right?
Yeah, that's true.
Those are the ones they don't want their woman to be honest.
Right.
Don't tell me, right?
That is true. That is
right.
True.
So that's where,
that's
like, not me. Yeah, that's where I was going with that. When you said every man wants one, I'm like, I think some of these guys want to live in their blissful world. They don't want to know the truth because then they'd have to deal with it.
And that's true.
And it's just like, you know what? I don't want to deal with it. Keep that to yourself. So.
Well, Tiffany, listen, do your thing, and just one thing I beg of you, please don't do your business again in another man's Jordans, right? I don't even care if they're brand new, they old. Don't just do it, please. All right?